This is GNN, the Global News Network, reporting the truth for as long as the Earth has been spinning. This is GNN, the Global News Network, reporting the truth for as long as the Earth has been spinning.
That is right. This is GNN, your home to the realest news on the planet. I'm your host, Jaron. I'm here with Alex Stein, the excellent observer of truth, all things truth. Alex, thanks for joining us tonight for another fantastic news program.
It's always a pleasure. And guys, we got a lot of hot stuff off the stove. So, get your oven mitts ready because, guys, you don't want to get burned with this hot info.
It's too hot. It's just hotter than you can ever imagine. And it is August 5th, in case you were wondering, 2021. Hope you guys are all staying safe. The Delta Max is out there. I remind you, please stay safe. Please get vaccinated. Dave Weiss, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us for another fantastic news program.
Looking forward to it. I always like reporting the news that's safe for YouTube. We love it.
Absolutely. Now, do you want to do the
quickly mention?
Oh yes.
Can I quickly mention one of our sponsors? Our sponsors is a guy that calls himself Conspiracy Music Guru with this amazing shirt. He took the globe because you can't print a globe on a shirt, and he peeled it open and spread it out into this amazing depiction of the globe on a flat surface. Amazing.
That's smart. That's very good.
Yeah.
It's engineering to get it all in one shirt.
I think he tried to do it where, you had some continents on your back and the sides. It just didn't work out because people like having an image on the front. And it's awesome. You can find that at conspiracymusicguru.com, I believe.
I don't like it. It kind of scares me.
Well, and another thing, by the way, if you haven't heard of him, go check out. He does all of these cartoons making fun of all the conspiracy theorists. Like people,
I've seen him.
Go to the moon. He has a cartoon showing how ridiculous that concept that we faked going to the moon. All of his videos are hysterical,
impressive,
and they show us the truth of our world.
Absolutely. All right, start us off with a top news story, would you?
Let me quickly share my screen if I could quickly find.
Yeah, you can do that. We allow that here.
You know how it is. Share screen, and I think this is it.
We have a lot of hot information, as always, on deck.
Can you see that?
GNN telling you the truth for as long as the Earth has been spinning.
Delta infections among vaccines likely contagious. Lambda, I like calling it, variant shows vaccine resistance in labs. Here are all these great people lining up to get their vaccines.
Heroes, really.
Hey, one thing, guys, I was a Lambda Chi Delta, and I got spanked every day for 4 years. So if that's going to be anything like this is not going to be good.
I think it's different.
It's going to be anything like my
No, I think it's different.
I don't know. I think it says Lambda, and from anything my Lambda experience, they stuck things inside of me that I wasn't able to talk about.
This is different.
And then I am coming. Oh,
Alex,
this is a different type deal.
This is different. Relax.
Is this a different organization?
He's got a little bit of PTSD though, Dave, and we have to be. It's definitely. We've got to remember that he's very brave for actually revealing that info that he just gave us.
And here's the issue. We need to talk about why you should just get your damn vaccine.
Please.
Among people infected by the Delta variant, our coronavirus, fully vaccinated people with breakthrough infections may be just as likely unvaccinated people to spread the virus to others. So basically what they're saying is all of those people, all of those selfish people that have not been vaccinated, you are the reason that the vaccinated people are getting sick. So we need to encourage them. And I have stories showing how they're going to encourage people. And I think this is a travesty that people are refusing to get, just a little vaccine, and it's free.
What are they?
Like you have to pay for it.
Are they afraid of a needle? Is that what it is?
They must be those Republicans.
I mean, don't they?
Well, that's why we need mandates, guys,
Probably.
and that's why these mandates, when the vaccine mandates roll in all across the country, like they have in New York and they're about to have in California, that's when the true world is going to be clean and pure. And I can't wait for a pure world where everybody's just vaccinated and can contribute to society, because everybody doesn't realize getting vaccinated is for the greater good. It's not about you. It's about my grandmother, guys.
Right. And what am I supposed to do? Go out on the street where I could run into anybody who could be carrying a disease? Is that really what they expect me to do?
And you don't let it. Listen,
No way.
if you guys want to go drink alcohol in your house, go drink all the beer you want. But you can't go around in a car and drive drunk and risk my life. So you can't go inside of a Walmart with your unvaccinated breath and breathe on my vegetables that I could potentially buy. Okay, it's the same exact thing. It is an apples to apples comparison. And if you're not vaccinated, you're a murderer in my eyes.
Yeah, and if I drive a Tesla, so I'm saving the environment, paying attention to global warming, if then I just let you drive a gasoline car, then we're not saving the environment. We need to all do it, all of us or none.
Well, that's one good thing about the new infrastructure bill is actually they're putting in a per mileage tax. That's correct, guys. We can report on it next week. But yeah, they're going to be able to tax us per miles on our cars in the future with the electric vehicles that we buy. So that's going to be very exciting for people that like paying taxes like myself.
So relating to my first story, a quick clip by Joe Biden.
President Biden
Can you hear the sound?
slamming the social media platforms. NBC's Peter Alexander asked the president what his message is to platforms like Facebook on their handling of COVID disinformation.
They're killing people.
Yep.
I mean, look, the only pandemic we have is among the unvaccinated.
Yep.
And they're killing people.
Man, that guy's sharp.
So,
have you noticed how sharp he is?
He's the most popular president.
Just
He's the
on
best.
point. I like him.
Yeah, amazing. So again, social media, I think we need to really stifle what people can say there, because the disinformation is going to cause us to be locked down forever, just forever.
Yeah. We're never going to get out of this without without everybody being vaccinated. It's the only way out. I mean, that's what I come to the conclusion of.
You know, Australia is leading the way. They're having this school. The principal, they have 24 hours to provide the names of homeschool children that are in these hotspot areas, because they want to get them, they want to educate them, and they want to vaccinate them.
Smart.
Can you blame them?
It doesn't matter if you're not going to school, you're in the middle of a hotbed. I think they have probably double-digit cases of people in the hospital now.
And we need more vaccinations. There's no doubt about it. We don't have enough. It's a lot of these anti-vaxxers and a lot of this disinformation.
Why don't we go to a schedule where, you know, like 3 times a year, it's just mandatory for everybody to get in line and get the vaccine. It's just across the board.
We can stay ahead of the variants that way.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, to be honest, I think we need mandates first, even before that. I think we have to have mandatory vaccines to shop, work, and travel. There's no doubt about that. That needs to be the first step.
Okay.
So this is how technology is going to work in our favor. We have cameras that can identify masked and unmasked people, distances between them, and you know, we'll be able to. And it's totally legal to do this, because you know it's for the greater good. Non-vaccinated people are threatening, you know, are a threat to other people. So you can't have that. Whoops, where'd I go? I just got the wrong page. I lost my highlight. So what did I have highlighted? Vaccinated will have more freedoms, and might mean more freedom to travel, more freedom to get together with loved ones, and even go to football matches and concerts. The Prime Minister argues it is in a common sense approach that those who pose less of a risk to others will be allowed to undertake riskier behavior. So freedom for the vaccinated, and you're not going to cooperate, we're not going to cooperate.
I totally agree.
I agree. Listen, if you're vaccinated, you should be able to do whatever you want. I mean, honestly, and you're not even allowed in California. Listen, I'm just saying, guys, we need the same mandates that they have in New York. I'm never going to stop talking about that until we have.
And I sent you guys a video the other day. I'm not sure if you watched it, and we don't have time to play it here, by an amazing woman named Polly, where she has figured out who is in charge of the global QR code, the COVID pass that's going to be worldwide soon. Now think about this. Mm-hmm. If you had a farm and you had, I don't know, 1,000 cows, would you hire a grocery bagger to manage your cows, or would you hire a cowboy who's managed cows?
I would go with the cowboy myself.
Absolutely. So
well, cowgirl or cow them.
Either,
the people that are going to be managing all these people, you're going to have to make hard choices because, it's the good of the many outweigh the good of the few. I believe that was my god Spock that said that in the Star Trek series. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And who is going to be able to make that decision other than somebody that has experience, somebody that has family history experience, and the family that has the patent on this COVID pass and the technology is directly related to Hitler and Goebbels. These people knew how to make hard decisions.
Mm-hmm. They knew what they were doing.
That doesn't sound good. That sounds like something Trump would like to do or something. I don't know if that's...
Listen, Alex, if we don't take care of this now, we're going to be locked down forever. This is very dangerous. We could wipe out the human race if we just allow people to.
Oh, you know what? I've got some.
It is. The threat level is red here in Dallas.
Hold on. I did get a message today. Let me bring it up real quick, Dave, because you brought up something important that I think Doc Brown from the great, Back to the Future has something he needs to tell us. So here we go. Doc?
Great Scott, I've come from the future where all the people are dead because of crazy anti-vaxxers. Get your jab.
Thank you, Doc. That's Doc Brown, everybody. I'm happy.
Now, would you look at that? Would you look at that? That was pretty darn cute. Wow. If a kid doesn't want to get jabbed after that, I don't know. That is pretty darn cute.
So he came back from the future, and there's no humans because of anti-vaxxers, which makes all the sense in the world to me.
Makes perfect sense. And another threat to us is asteroids passing through. God bless NASA and all of those astronomers.
Can we say a prayer? Can we say a prayer about that? I think we should.
Go ahead.
Well, you know that I don't believe in a creator, so I have to pray to
Darwin,
my yoga god. Yes, Darwin would work. Yes, we could. Or
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
NDT. I don't know. He's been really bugging me.
Darwin is. I've been thinking about getting a tattoo on my arm of Darwin. I think. What do you guys think? We'll talk about it next week. Anyway, Lord Darwin, please protect us from survival of the fittest, and allow us to hide.
Should we pray to Lord Copernicus for this?
Well, to be honest, I'm just really mad that he beat out Kate Winslet. I think for best actor, Neil deGrasse Tyson beat out Kate Winslet for a daytime Emmy award. So that's why I'm really mad at Neil. But as a scientist, he's one of the best there ever will be.
Yeah. So really, I'm just trying to say that I want to sleep well at night. It's hard for me knowing that so many giant rocks are ready to hit us at any moment.
Darren, look how close this is. August 24th. It's going. They say it's nothing to worry about. Yes, it is an astronomical distance. But what if these astronomers that are probably underpaid, made a slight miscalculation?
Right.
I think we need to give NASA more funding. I think something around $100 million a day.
How much are they making right now?
It's like $62 million.
Oh, that's way too low. That's way too low.
At least 69 minimum.
Oh,
I'm thinking 100 and even 100 because there has been a little bit of inflation and we need to adjust because this is our home.
I think you're right.
This is all that matters. An asteroid hit, nothing's going to matter.
That's a good point.
Oh damn! I was being cheap on $38 million.
I'm going to make some notes on that. Let's see if we can get NASA some more money. Good one.
Right. A couple more quick stories. Very, 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 very exciting news. Look at this amazing image they have here. They found a planet that orbits their star, which is 6,000 times farther than the Earth is from our sun. That's like just over half a billion-mile orbit. Could you imagine?
How strong is the gravity?
The gravity it must be super strong.
So strong.
So 1 year, maybe people don't even live a full year there.
No, I doubt it.
Like a half a year, could be 300 years, Earth years. Such cool stuff to think about.
It's amazing. That's what I think about all day.
Yeah, amazing. You. And then another thing right here, the good thing the Earth is spinning because life on Earth depends on the rotation.
That's true.
We wouldn't have oxygen if the Earth wasn't spinning because the oxygen has to do with the slow day-night cycle. And then they say that the Earth is 4.54 billion years old, give or take 50 million years. And that the signs of life showed up in fossils maybe 3.5 billion years ago. But all of this information is, it's what we know right now. It could change when science.
Well, that's the great thing about science. That's the great thing about science is that it's always changing. And they might figure out something new about dating rocks. They might be able to date them a little different. They might rewind the sky clock in a different way and get back to a millionth of a billionth of a trillionth of a second after the Big Bang, which has always amazed me, but I know that there's great men in this world who can certainly figure that out.
Yeah.
They went to school.
That's what's so beautiful about science.
Yep.
And one more, we are heading into the Perseus meteor showers, okay? And it happens every August. And as you all know, it's when the Earth goes through a trail where a comet had once gone before.
Of course.
And what I find amazing is, we're corkscrewing through, traveling 4.4 billion miles in a year, corkscrewing around the sun. Amazing. And those trails are doing the same thing. So always, like the second or third week in August, we go through that trail. So predictable. It's truly amazing. I'm just wondering, Darren, what do you think? Will the meteors get less and less over the years as the particles all hit Earth, or is it just so much that it's just not going to change?
More. I think that they actually get together and even create planets we might have to finagle around. You never know.
That's it.
I don't know if that hasn't been peer reviewed. That's just me spitballing, but we can talk about it off air.
All right, and that's my report for now.
Want to do some sports? Let's go to sports. We have a sports correspondent. Is that what you call it? No, sports correspondent.
I think so. It is a sports correspondent. We got to go to him. Let's throw it to him right now. I'm excited to see it.
Here we go. This is our sports correspondent. Enjoy.
Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Caitlyn Jenner.
Really, she is even more of a role model in my eyes today because she's become so real.
Simone Biles. The emotional toll at the Tokyo Games caused her exit.
There's internal pressure and external pressure. If I were to guess, it would be that the pressure of the situation, trying to live up to, who's expecting anything less for her than to win it all?
USA Gymnastics, years of joy, and she has suffered.
The former Olympic swimmer, Carrie Stein, applauds the brave gymnast for putting her own needs before her teammates. So brave. So brave.
Relax, you're going to be fine without me. Go out there, you kick some butt just like you've done in training, and just lay it out on the floor and see what happens.
When asked if we'd see her Thursday, she said she's taking it day by day.
So strong.
I consider myself...
Lou Gehrig lost his health in 1939. Simone Biles is arguably the Lou Gehrig of the modern era. Yet even braver and stronger. Back to you guys.
I'm gonna need a second.
Well, that was very emotional for me.
I'm just gonna need 1 second. Just 1 second. That was really it's tough. It's tough to get through. So brave. I think he's right though. Lou Gehrig has been replaced. Let's just put it that way. And we can't focus on that. We've got to move on. She's very brave, and let's move along. We could get to. I want to get Alex. Are you okay to show us what you did? I was so proud of you to go and talk to your city council yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yes, it was yesterday.
Very impressive. Let's go ahead and show that.
I'm just kind of relaxing. Hold on. Let me go to. I have to do one thing. I have some other news articles pulled up. No problem. Didn't have this pulled up. Like usual, guys, I'm getting emotional. You send me all these videos. It was a tough one. It's
a tough one. Thank you very much, by the way, Crum, for the sports report. We look forward to next week's.
And can we see my screen? Is my screen?
We cannot. We can see it now. Go ahead.
Okay. So this, guys, I just want to say, I had the pleasure of speaking at the Dallas City Council meeting here in Dallas, Texas, to Mayor Eric Johnson.
Alexander Stein.
Thank you for doing this.
My name is Alexander Stein. I'm calling from Highland Park, and the reason
I did it for my kids.
We need to take a page, Mayor Johnson, out of New York's book, and we got to mandate vaccines because right now I am losing housekeepers left and right because listen, every time the service housekeeper to my house,
or she's still there. Maria's still there.
She passed away from the original COVID.
Quiet. Let's listen.
blockers, and you realize they are vulnerable. Is Alexander Stein right? Because
Thank you.
Listen, every time the service sends a housekeeper to my house and they test positive for coronavirus, I can't have them work around my kids. I have 2 trans kids in my house, both on puberty blockers, and you realize they are vulnerable. They're immunocompromised. We need more people vaccinated. I voted for Joe Biden, so I'm happy that we're getting more migration to Dallas. But until we mandate these vaccines, we're going to continue to get people sick. We have to get creative. In New York, they're giving $100 plus a free hamburger. Here in Dallas, maybe in the urban centers, we give free KFC. We give free tacos in the Latin
That would be
market,
smart.
because the Latin markets, I'm telling you, I've had multiple housekeepers die from the Delta variant, and that is so
Margarita
on my
Margarita's dead.
Alex, because what 9-year-old, when they lose their favorite housekeeper and they lose that papusa recipe, when the service sends the next worker, that housekeeper doesn't make the same recipe. So my kids are going through just a total turmoil. So we have to get creative, and we have to go into the gay community, like a creative idea. Since you're the first openly gay mayor of Dallas, we ought to do Mayor Johnson's free Johnson & Johnson, because the gay community would like the double entendre.
They would.
And then we could also do like a drag queen story time where we could have, free vaccines. We could have drag queens reading to children, and then we could just have this, open air market of cleanliness and not a bunch of people with germs. Because what's happening now is we have Governor Abbott who's going to make it that everybody's going to get sick and die of Delta unless we get these vaccines, and my vaccine won't work unless you are vaccinated. So we need to stick needles in arms. We need vaccine mandates. You shouldn't be able to shop, you shouldn't be able to work, and you shouldn't be able to go to any of these sports games, especially Texas high school football, without your vaccination. And we need you, being a gay icon like yourself in the gay community, we need you, Mayor Johnson, to offer this, because we cannot protect these people without the vaccine. Not enough people are getting it, and now everybody that doesn't have the vaccine is making me sick. I don't deserve to be sick. I followed the rules. I'm doing everything right.
Stayed home.
Make vaccines mandatory. I'm going to keep on losing housekeepers left and right, and I just can't do that, because that is so hard on my family. It's not fair to my family. So until vaccines are mandated, we're going to keep on having people get sick.
This
we're going
part's
to keep on
important
having
right
people die. And I'm telling you, it's easier to get my 9 and 11-year-old on puberty blockers than it is to give them a COVID-19 vaccine. We have to make it okay for 5-year-olds to 12-year-olds to get vaccinated. We need more vaccines now. Vaccines are the way out of this. And until you make it so we can't live in this society without a vaccine, you're going to have all these people with their fake vaccine cards and their anti-maskers like Governor Abbott ruining everything for us. And let me tell you something. I'm not going to stand here and just let everybody live their life while I got my vaccine. And I was sick for 2 weeks after my vaccine. And
I remember.
did it because that is greater good. And sadly,
I tested positive multiple times after.
You had a little cough.
Vaccine.
No, really, not a little one.
So
big
please,
one.
Mayor Johnson & Johnson's free Johnson & Johnson.
Your time is
you
up.
do it in Cedar Springs.
Well, that's the least I can do. That's
Thank you
just
for
doing
that,
my
Jake.
part for the community. But let me tell you something.
Very
If I lose another housekeeper, I'm telling you, Margarita, Marguerite,
Alex, I don't know how you
Maria.
keep a straight face and not cry openly during a thing like that.
Because he was strong.
I don't know how you do it.
He was like forcing himself
down
through.
a little bit, but I would just be in tears with all that emotion.
He knew he had to get it done. That was it.
David, when you have a 9 and 11-year-old,
What are their names again? I forgot.
Trans daughter, Decca and Dalix.
Yes.
When they look
Dalix?
at me, Dalix, yeah. When they look at me, and that papusa recipe is different, because listen, a Guatemalan does not cook the same as a woman from Honduras. That's just
true.
the same thing. So they're not going to use the same Kyoto cheeses. My children are classy children, David. They know the difference of this. They're transitioning. These kids are smart. My kids aren't like regular dopey kids. No offense to other kids. I love all children. I especially love children. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's just really sad losing these housekeepers over and over. That's why we got to mandate these vaccines.
Amazing.
So. Okay. Well, but guys, I'm primetime Alexander True Stein, and I'm the celebrity gossip expert of GNN. But guys, for you space geeks out there, we got a little bit of a combo story right here. We got a little beef between Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. That's right, guys. I want to start off with this article. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin calls SpaceX's lunar Starship an immensely complex and high-risk approach to send the first woman and next man to the moon. So it looks like Blue Origin is throwing some shade at SpaceX. So let's just dive in real quick and get a little synopsis. Blue Origin posted an infographic on its website seen Wednesday that calls SpaceX lunar Starship an immensely complex and high-risk approach for sending the first woman and next man to the moon in 2024. The criticism comes just days after the Jeff Bezos-owned companies protest against NASA's decision to award SpaceX a contract to build the lunar
to build the lunar was denied, and suggests Blue Origin isn't taking the loss lightly. All right, so I guess I read that right. So the decision to award SpaceX a contract to build the lunar was denied. That's how you read it. Sorry. The infographic states that the Elon Musk-owned firm would need more than 10 Starship launches to land once on the moon and needs to be refueled in orbit, a process that has never been done before. But I thought what do you mean it's a process we've never been done before? We went to the moon in 1969 through 1972, so this article must be incorrect. I think. What do you guys think about that?
I think
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Did you guys see that next month or in the next month or two that SpaceX and Netflix are going to be going into space together to film the first civilian flight into space? Netflix is going up on SpaceX to film civilians in space. I believe it's next month.
I can't wait.
That's going to be my favorite show.
Amazing. And Netflix, they're the ones that do it. They're the ones that really bring truth and information to us.
I wonder if we can do a live stream at the time of GNN first, live on the spot, rocket launch and space viewing.
That would be fun.
I'll talk to the producers.
That would be fun.
I'll talk to the producers.
Okay,
super fun.
Let's read this. Just quick thing real quick. Lunar Starship, immensely complex and high risk, asterisk. There are unprecedented number of technologies, developments, and operations that have never been done before for Starship to land on the moon. This includes developing Super Heavy, not only the largest launch vehicle stage ever produced, but one that has to be reusable, and Starship, the first ever reusable second stage. Then the two systems must work together. A launch site in Boca Chica, Texas, that has never been conducted in orbital launch must demonstrate the ability to do so 7 to 11 times within 1 week increments, and cryogenic fluid transfer, a process that has also never been done, must work to refuel up to 100 meters MTs of propellants from Starship to Starship. That also requires development of a new tanker Starship variant. Finally, for just a single Starship lunar landing, this must all be done more than 10 times flawlessly. This is so that Starship can get to the surface and back with a single stage descent vehicle without dissimilar redundancy and abort engines. National team, safe, low risk, fast. The national team's architecture only requires 3 launches and is flexible to fly on multiple existing launch vehicles with far fewer in-space rendezvous. Further, the system is entirely built on heritage systems and proven technologies that are flying today. Wow, so it's a lot of stuff. It's above my pay grade. But it sounds interesting to see Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos fighting over space. Why is space a billionaire's playground, folks?
It's pretty sad, but I do think it's coming that we'll all be there. Probably within a couple years.
There's going to be hotels in space, on the moon.
Oh, I've heard that.
Mars. And it's the only way to, we need to go build habitats in inhabitable places.
Right.
Because something could happen to this Earth. That asteroid that's coming by on the 21st.
Do you know who's already told us?
Trajectory, bam, we're all dead.
Do you know who already told us that? Stephen Hawking's already proven that if we do not get off this planet and get on the moon and get on Mars, that this whole civilization is gone. We might as well just let Corona take over.
I have to ask, have you guys donated sperm? That's why I have a cryogenic chamber with my sperm in it, because now that will live on. Life will live on forever. That's one important thing. So you guys need to.
We need more Alexander Steins. I hope there's a lot of it.
That's what I'm saying. One day they will be able to take my sperm to Mars, hopefully, and then they'll be able to, congregate the world, and that's what I'm looking for.
Alexander Martians.
Baby Alex is on Mars. Yes.
Fantastic.
And
that's assuming that we're all still here and global warming doesn't kill us.
That is true. But that's why we need to go to Mars, is because global warming is such a threat.
And what we can do there, I've heard people talk about it, Elon being one of them, is you just nuke the planet, and then it will create an atmosphere like the Earth. You never heard that?
Exactly right.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, you just bomb
nuclear bomb.
Elon said it has to be true.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Drop 15 nuclear bombs.
I would not question that guy ever. He said he was going to drill underneath the ground, and I think he's drilling underneath the ground right now in LA. It's amazing.
Nice.
They're gonna have a new Hawaii on Mars. It's gonna be even nicer. They're gonna have bigger fish. Okay, real quick, I want to read celebrity gossip.
Yes, celebrity gossip.
Kanye West dons edgy spiked costume and a mask before lifting weights at Donda album live stream from Atlanta dressing room, where he's been living ahead of his second listening party. So for the people out there, I'm sure everybody's aware of where Kanye is living, because everybody knows where Kanye is all the time. But let me refresh people that aren't sure. Kanye West has started a live stream for his upcoming album Donda on his Apple Music ahead of his listening party at the Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So the rapper 44 appears to be in his dressing room at the stadium, where he reportedly has been living the past 2 weeks. Fans around the world have tuned into the live stream, where the hitmaker has only appeared masked, has been seen donning bizarre spiked costumes, lifting weights, and chatting with his producer Mike Dean. So this is true. So for the last 2 weeks, Kanye West has been living inside the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
He's really an inspiration to me.
He's the most important. He's the most influential man in America. They said he's Donald Trump's best friend. So him and Donald Trump, he might. I don't know. I mean, there's a big future. I'm hearing rumors that he might be his running mate in 2024. But basically, you know how we hear at GNN.
Should I try and get him on the phone? Do you think I could get? I wonder if we can get Trump on later. I could try.
Okay, if we could get Trump, if we could have somebody reach out to Trump, if somebody can tweet him, or I think I have him on Telegram, if somebody can send him a message, or I'm still part of his Trump network, so maybe we can send him an email.
I'll try.
Hey, just a quick shout out to the mods. If you can get rid of the the anti-vax trolls that are in our chat, saying nonsense about going being bad for you and stuff like that, just nix them.
I mean, how much more stuff are you going to bring from Fox News? I mean, they just watch Fox News all day long and just repeat it. So, come on. I mean, you need to do some. Go to Snopes if you want answers. Snopes.com. They'll answer all your issues.
Or just go look on Facebook and don't even read the articles. Just read the fact checkers. I mean, that'll tell you everything.
Last week, you guys told me how much safer you're feeling on Facebook. I went there this week. I mean, it's like heaven now. It's just
nice.
Yeah,
I love Mark. I love Mark.
Because I'm afraid of the disinformation. It's
really they're really doing a good job of getting rid of it now.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Hey, can we do
my last article? Just last quick, 1 minute. Married gay couple claim they were chased out of California Burger King by an employee who hurled homophobic slurs at them and threatened to shoot them. So look at this. This is the world. Yes, guys. These guys are trying to get their Impossible Whopper, their soy-based Whopper, which I like too. And the freaking managers at Burger King called them the F word. So guys, if y'all think that we live in this fair society, we don't. We still have to deal with bigotry every day. So we need to.
The manager called them female.
No, he was calling us F words, laughing at us, flipping us off.
The other one did.
Yeah, he said, here,
rather than they, them.
Let's pull up the video.
Dave, there's a 3-letter word that used to be used a long time ago.
What word? Oh my gosh,
so hurtful,
disgusting. That's the most hurtful word I've heard in my life.
You don't ever say that. I would never say that word.
Yeah, Madison, they have been married for 7 years, and they say they have never experienced anything like this. They've never
very sweet couple
discrimination or fear for their safety. They say a fast food run quickly turned into a hate-filled encounter.
They probably did nothing too, I bet you.
Over how fast an order mix-up escalated to anti-gay slurs.
How is that an employee? That doesn't look like.
Hold on a second. I think that's the guy. He went behind the counter. Well, I could see.
No,
I mean,
that's the employee.
That's not the employee. That's one of the people who got a racial slur, I think.
Ramiro and Leo Mendez say on July 24th.
Yeah, the employee is not wearing that.
Anti-gay slurs. The couple say they had asked for a refund. They pre-ordered food for their 2-year-old, but when they drove through to pick
Stop it real quick.
Confirmation.
I hope everybody knows that if you want the best food for your 2-year-old, there's better places than Burger King, but Burger King is in the top 5.
I mean, this is the Global News Network, so we're dead serious. But I'm just saying, I'm just so happy we live in a society where these two men can get access to a 2-year-old and then feed
I'm still wondering, why are they behind the counter?
No. Those are the employees.
Okay.
Those are the employees, and those are the Burger King employees. So
Mr. Alexander Stein, I personally don't. I've never been to a fast food joint where the employees are wearing tank tops.
I understand that, but listen, a lot of stuff. I've been to a lot of places that I don't understand.
Okay, go ahead.
A lot of things that are going on. But one thing I just want to say, I do understand that we live in a good world where these two men can have a 2-year-old baby. Thank God bless America.
And keep feeding him Burger King. You'll be healthy.
The couple say they had asked for a refund. They pre-ordered food for their 2-year-old, but when they drove through to pick it up with a confirmation email in hand, the workers told them they were closed. Though harmful and hurtful, name-calling falls under protected speech, considered a hate incident. But the Stanislaus
Can you believe that? These guys, these poor, all they did was show up to the Burger King after it was closed. I mean,
what time does it close? Like 11 p.m.? The 2-year-old must have been very hungry.
Well, they had McDonald's like at 9:30. I think I read. So the shop was okay.
Hey, I'm just saying, those are good parents. And listen, it's not their fault that they showed up 1 minute late. I'll stop sharing. That's enough
not their
for
fault.
me.
Stop sharing, and we're gonna. None of this is gonna matter if we don't do something about global warming.
Oh goodness!
And people, you can't just look like, hey, they were cooler in the last 20 years. If you look at a chart of Canada, United States, and Mexico.
Hold on, let me bring that up
over
for people.
The last 20 years. Oh, you got it? Canada, United States, and Mexico.
I don't have it yet.
Up?
We're not yet, but we'll get there shortly.
I see Canada, I see United States, and then I can see Mexico in your screen.
Am I up?
Oh.
No, I don't know.
I'm not sharing. I'm just my window.
Okay, there we go. I think we got it. Okay. That's what was confusing.
Canada, United States, and Mexico. If you look, from 2001 to 2021, in Canada, it went down a little bit, just a little bit. But then you average United States and Mexico in, and over the last 20 years, can you believe a 0.4 degree increase? This is catastrophic.
And these three, we're just looking at Canada and then United States and then Mexico. Gotcha.
Right. If you have to take some northern and southern areas and average them together, because there are hot spots and cold spots, but overall 0.4 degrees, this is devastational. This you should not be worried about asteroids. You should not be worried about Kim Jong-un with nuclear bombs. This is the end of the world if we don't do something. And you know what? These lockdowns, they proved the first time the lockdowns happened, things have kind of cooled off a little bit. There's less people traveling, less fossil fuels being burning. So
why do you think people can't? I know it's difficult. Why can't people swallow this? Why don't they understand it?
Because people are selfish and they're out for themselves. They're very nihilistic.
It's too in their face. It's right in front of their face. It's right all on their face, and they can't even see it. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, they need to wipe their eyes out and really pay attention.
Yeah.
It's not
people
easy.
just are horrible.
They are horrible. It's true.
Well, people, they mean good, but it's just tough. It's tough. We live in a lot of pressures in society. That's why mental health. No, that's why we really got to take mental health. That's why this year I really hope more athletes protest their mental health and sit out.
Sure?
I think that would be the best. I think that would be the best thing. The more athletes to sit out, the best for mental health.
I can't believe this. I think we have Trump on the phone.
We got the Trump dog. But I don't like Trump.
News. Bring him on.
I mean, I like Joe Biden, but as a broadcaster, I'll give him a fair shot. But I'm not a Trumper. I'm a Biden head all the way.
Well, I voted for Biden, and I think so did everybody in the country. I'm not sure what cheating went on.
I voted twice for Biden.
Yeah.
Did you? That's good.
True.
You mailed in one and then went there? Smart.
No, I just went to two different places. They don't take IDs.
Oh.
They don't check.
Let's see here. Mr. Trump, are you... I don't know if this is you, but we were wondering if I don't know, are you ready to take responsibility for what you've done? And I mean, have you taken a look at this, I don't know, country and realized the damage that you've done? We hope so. I don't know.
Yes. The damage was huge. I riled them up. I got them excited. I shouldn't have done that. I do apologize.
Well, that's good, I guess.
That is good that he apologized. Thank you for apologizing, Donald.
Yeah.
For President Trump.
Yeah. I mean, so what do you think? I don't know. I don't know. Are you ready to apologize for those things? I don't know. It's hard for me to talk to you.
Well, you got me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and then what about, I don't know, what about Russia? I mean, are you ready to admit yet that you didn't even win in 2016? Are you ready to admit that there was collusion? We were hoping that you're ready to come forward and tell the truth.
They colluded.
Oh, they did.
Obviously, they meddled in the election, and there was for sure Russian collusion.
I knew it.
But yes,
of course,
they helped me win in 2016.
I knew it. Yep. I figured that. I mean, are you ready to admit the I don't know, the long-term, I mean, the damage that, I don't know. It seems like, I don't know if you guys have any questions, but I'll get to you in a second. Let me try and get one of these out. What about the racism? I mean, think about what happened with George Floyd. We know that Derek Chauvin put his knee on his neck of George Floyd because of you. So are you ready to admit that you're a racist?
Me? A racist?
Yeah.
That's a bit harsh. Oh. Do I like one race more than the other? Maybe. Do I pay my Hispanic employees less than my white employees? Yes. Do I think Black Lives Matter? Well, I think Trump lives matter. And do I pay female employees less than my male employees? I'm guilty of that. Yeah.
So not only are you a racist, then you're also sexist. I mean, this is, at least you're finally admitting this, because for 4 years, people defended you.
Well, again, you're being harsh, but if you mean, do I think one sex is better than the other? Yes, I do.
Yeah, this is getting disgusting. I mean, I don't know if you can grasp the harm that you've done. Can you grasp it at all? I mean, everything that you've done.
Yes, I've done irreparable damage.
Okay, and do you apologize for? What about when you told everybody to drink bleach and inject bleach? You guys remember that?
I remember it. I did it.
Yeah, and he was out of commission for a while. I drank a
bunch of bleach. I knew that Trump was a bad guy, but I thought he might have inside information. I drank a bunch of bleach. I remember I was in the hospital for a little bit.
What do you got to say about that?
Yes. Don't inject yourself with bleach, as I told everyone to do.
A little late.
The coronavirus is clearly not a hoax. Russian collusion is clearly not a hoax.
Finally, he comes out with this.
Hillary Clinton is a great woman, and I love everything about her.
We agree.
And Joe Biden is doing a better job than I ever could do myself. Yep. And I realize now that he could beat me in any cognition test.
Finally.
A race, and probably weightlifting as well.
I think so.
I can admit that.
That's good. I think that's good.
I like this Trump. Wow.
Why don't you ask him something? I don't know.
Yeah, President Trump, you've really turned a page in my book for you. This chapter, this new cool Trump, I really like, and I love Joe Biden. But my question is, are you going to bring this cool Trump, and are you going to run in 2024? And who are you thinking about choosing as one of your running mates?
Wow, President Trump? Right here on GNN.
Yes, I'm running in 2024, and my vice president will be Caitlyn Jenner.
Yes.
Once them wins, the governor of California.
Now I like him again.
Once them wins! Caitlyn. Oh my gosh! Once them wins!
Can I ask a question?
Trump.
Okay, big time.
Yeah, let me go ahead, Dave. Ask him whatever you want.
So President Trump, you during your presidency, you did what no president had ever done. You got vaccines made faster than humanly possible, warp speed, skipping animal trials, and getting multiple companies to do it. And people have a hard time making a choice. Like when I look at a big menu in a restaurant, I'm like, oh, there's too many choices. I can't decide. So how what would your choice be? Because people can't decide which vaccine they want. Which one do you like the best? Maybe that'll help people go get vaccinated.
Great question. Let me just say, all the vaccines are great, super great. They will put you in tippy top shape. So no, I have no favorite. They're all safe and very effective. You can't go wrong with any of the vaccines built and tested by the best pharmaceutical companies in the world. They're honest, stand-up guys, and much like me, they care little about money or profits. So you can feel safe getting any of them. No.
So this is great then for all the...
Oh, thank you.
This is great for both the right and the left now. Because the right, I think, was a little standoffish, and now they understand that they can just get anyone that they want, get as many as they want. They're all safe and effective. It's great. Do you have anything to say to leave? We got to go. It's great having you on, and we appreciate you being here. We just really wish that you would apologize to the nation for everything you've done.
And I apologize for all the lies and deceptions.
Thank you.
And, of course... Joe beat me fair and square.
Finally, you admit
the election was perfect. And I lost because all of you could easily see through my lies.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Trump. That was excellent job. Any other stories you guys have for the day?
That was incredible. What a newscast today. I mean, President Trump, it doesn't get any bigger than that unless, of course, we got Kanye West and Kim Kardashian on the show.
When is it? You have that maybe coming up? That'd be exciting.
Well, maybe we might have that in the works. So we can always put a feeler out with their publicists and see what's going on because Kanye does have a new album releasing. So I believe he does want to do a little bit of a press release and a little press for it.
Fantastic. Dave, what do you think about maybe if any viewers at home want to do a man on the street type news piece that they can maybe email it to you, and if it fits the show, we'll play it?
I think you should email it to Alex Stein. He loves reviewing stuff like that.
Do you like reviewing? Do you like reviewing stuff like that?
If anybody emails me anything, I'm not actually allowed to email for.
Oh, that's right. I remember what happened to you.
Reasons right now. So yeah. So right now it's not. I'm not a good place to email, as they say. Not a good place to go by just school.
How about if anybody has?
Because I'm actually good friends with the couple.
I have an idea. Anyone has a report on the street, film it, and give us a pre-recorded, it doesn't have to be live, film it and send us the link on YouTube, unlisted, and then we will show it on our GNN show if it's newsworthy.
I like it.
Or tweet it at me. If you guys do want a news article, you always reach me on Twitter, and then that's how you can, I'll actually say it. If you want to If you want to have a news article read on GNN, you're going to follow Alex Stein 99 on Twitter. You tweet it at me, I'll read it with the hashtag GNN News. You need to know, and I'll tweet it and we'll read about it on there.
And I believe the rumor is that we did get a time slot. It's going to be Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Thursdays.
3:33 JST time.
Yeah, we don't need to be. We talk about that off the air.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, not on the air. All right. So there's no more news stories. That's it. I don't think I had anything.
That's it for now. I think we should wrap it up. And I don't want to step on the Baby Truther show that's coming up. Though they must be talking about babies and how wonderful they are, and how
the truth about babies, where they come from,
babies, and how nothing's better than a fully vaccinated newborn.
Oh
and
my
there's
goodness!
Nothing better
so
to feed your 2-year-old baby than a Burger King chicken sandwich. Always remember that.
Right, and just get there just before 11:30 p.m. before they close. Get there at 11.
Well, that Burger King I just looked up closed at 2 a.m. So try to get there before 2:01. And if you do,
there you go. That's right.
And the manager Terry's in there. Just be like, Terry, open up, turn the fryers back on. I know you.
Put a shirt on over that wife beater. It's all good.
And just cook me up some fried chicken. Thank you for my 2-year-old.
Absolutely.
There you go.
All right, everybody. That is another episode. That is August 5th, 2021. That is your Global News Network. We've been telling the truth for as long as the Earth has been spinning, and we're going to continue to do so for as long as the Earth will spin, which I think, I'm not a scientist at all, but I believe it's billions of years. Is that correct?
I think it's speeding up now. It used to be slowing down, but now it's speeding up. Science is so amazing. It's like a fraction of a millimeter. Over the last 10 years or something. Amazing.
It's just like I read the other day that the moon is moving away 3 centimeters every year. Do you know how big 3 centimeters is? It's like this, which
that's a lot.
I'm pretty sure they can measure that. I'm surprised they can. I think they can even get more detail.
Reflectors on the moon, reflectors. Come on.
Oh yeah, of course. All hail Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong for being the heroes that they are. All right, let's get out of the way.
Great scientists.
Because I believe,
we thank all scientists.
Oh yeah, you want to say a prayer for them? Go ahead, Alex. We're ready.
Thank you, Charles Darwin, for figuring out that we evolved from birds on the Galapagos Islands or whatever the thing is. I'm not quite sure, but I just know that you figured it out, and I don't have to figure it out.
Thank goodness.
That's all I have to do is just pray that scientists were created, and now I don't have to think. So thank you for taking that relief off me, Charles Darwin.
And thank you, scientists, for telling us that atoms are the smallest thing that there can be, and that there can be nothing smaller because it can't be dissected, but then telling us what's inside the atom, and what's inside the atom is orbiting things just like in space, little nucleus and little protons and electrons that go around it. And we know these things because you have some microscopes that can see into the things that are so small that we can't see, which is more amazing than I've ever imagined anything so scientific. So thank you, scientists. Dave, anything to add?
No, that was said beautifully, and God bless everybody here, and just for embracing the truth.
And don't forget to get vaccinated.
Please.
Go get your Fauci ouchies.
Please.
And listen, if you're unsure, like if you got the vaccine and you didn't feel the effects, like if you got the vaccine and you were fine, you might have flushed it out. You need to really feel the effects and have the runs for a couple days, feel achy, feel headache. If you didn't have that, you might want to consider getting another one, and they'll give it to you if you ask, and it's free.
You don't tell them. You just go and you just do it. You don't
just go do it again, and they're not going to go, did you get one already? You can get another one. There's not a shortage. We need people to get them, and that way, if you get double vaccinated, you might shed enough to maybe help an unvaccinated person get vaccinated.
Yeah, you need to go find people that are not vaccinated and either report them to the authorities or try and have a real strong conversation with them about the fact that they're not going to be able to do anything in life anymore if they don't get vaccinated. And we're all going to be dead. I mean, we saw Doc Brown. Real quick, Mr. Stein, just because I know how much you'd like the ouchie Faucis and the pouchies. The Fauci Pouchy is a Capri Sun-like cocktail for coronavirus time. So this is I'm gonna have to get you one of these. So it's gonna be this is awesome, isn't it? Yep. And he's got
nice.
And it's espresso martini. There's gonna be a place, I think I forgot where it is, but I'm gonna have to go get one of these. We'll go together.
Well, my two trans daughters, that's all they drink is Capri Sun, so they would love that. I just don't know if I can legally give them alcohol yet, but I know they love drinking Capri Suns, so that could be really awesome. We might really enjoy that. Thank you, Jeremy, for finding that.
You're welcome.
Or Ed.
I don't know. I don't have a name yet. We're going to figure that out soon. All right, guys. We'll see you next time for GNN. And this has been the team.